Okay. Hopefully this one actually records. I've had a lot of weird technical issues where the phone will just freeze while recording, and then it doesn't actually record. I don't know. It's been weird today. Yeah. Today has been a really, really chill day. Kind of nice. We started out the day with a meeting and check-in to see how the trip is going for everyone, and we were asked how we're doing on our risk menu, which is kind of I don't know. I'm hesitant to say this because I know that I have to hand this in as a journal, but I find it to be a little silly. It's a whole list of things where we're given a list of tasks and we're told, okay, rate these from, on a scale of 1 to 4, how terrifying is this for you to do? And some of it's fine. Some of it's like, take public transit. Because, yeah, for some people that's hard. For me, I don't care. Sing a song on your own. I do that. I'll just sing as I'm going somewhere. Other things, one is make a meal for 6 other people, which isn't... I don't know how possible that is, to be perfectly honest. But whatever. Yeah, we had a meeting to check in about that. I think mine's going fine. I've gotten a couple things off it. Then we took off, went to a bookstore. I picked up a copy of a book for a friend of mine whose birthday is coming up. It's the book... It's the book version of a movie that he's obsessed with. So, I'm hoping that'll be a good birthday gift for him. Yeah, and then we were able to go our separate ways. A lot of people continued book shopping. For myself, I took a expedition and went off to New Jersey. That was a mistake. Sorry, I don't know why, but I find that joke hilarious. Went off to New Jersey because they had the closest Target that sold a certain Nerf gun. And one of the things I promised myself months ago is that I'd pick up this Nerf gun while I'm here, because it's not sold in Canada. It's the Dart Zone Max Outlaw, if I remember the name right. Yeah, it's a little 6-shooter revolver. It's pretty cool. So I picked up one of those. It's in a bag over that way. And I need to figure out how to get it home, because even though it's a toy, I suspect TSA won't like that going through the airport. So one of my trip mates, Haley, and I are going to probably put together a box of stuff that we're going to send back to the country, to Canada before we leave. Yeah, I got that. I came back to the hostel. I hung out with Matthew a bit because he's not feeling great and he doesn't want to get sick. He doesn't want to get sick or spread sickness around. So we got lunch and we just hung out here for the afternoon. The extra nap was great because I've been sleeping progressively worse and worse. So having a little time to rest was incredibly helpful. And yeah, as soon as I'm done recording this, we're going to head to find some dinner, and then we're going to go see Pericles at the Classic Theater. Should be a good time. I don't know anything about the actual script. I have a few vague ideas about who Pericles was based on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I guess we'll find out how historically accurate that was. There you go. I'm aware of how often I say yeah, so I'm trying to fight that urge in these videos. Not say yeah every time I'm looking for the words, but we'll go see Pericles, and you'll get another update about that. But there's not going to be much to it today because I didn't get up to a lot today. So, see you after the show.
Point out that there is in fact an Avengers Tower. Somewhere in Manhattan. I'm in New Jersey currently, but it exists, and I love it.
We are home. Pericles was phenomenal. I loved it. Turns out it has absolutely nothing to do with the guy from ancient Greece. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey let me down, but as far as I understand it, is historically accurate anyway. So one day I'll figure out more about Pericles from Greece. This is written by Shakespeare. The story was, honestly, as is often the case with Shakespeare, I need to take at least 2 passes to get everything. I got a lot of it. Pericles is a king. He has everything go wrong. It starts out he has to solve a riddle to win the hand of a lady in marriage. If he fails, he'll be killed. But he succeeds. He figures it out. But the king of that land, who he has to give the answer to, decides to mess with him. The next thing I caught is that he's on the run and the king is trying to get him killed. He sends someone after him to kill him. So I missed something there. But he goes off, he starts building another life for himself, finds a lady, marries her, life is good. He gets shipwrecked twice along the way. He loses everything ultimately, and at one point you just find him and he's just a broken man hiding in... Well, not really hiding, but from my angle he was just laying behind part of the set. His feet just splayed out on the stage. And yeah, he's catatonic. His friend can't get a word out of him. But it's actually quite a hopeful story because ultimately his wife, who supposedly died in childbirth, they managed to revive, and she comes back. He finds her. Yay, my wife is alive. Same with his daughter, who they got separated somehow. I didn't fully grab it. And again, you're alive. So it was really cool. It was a hope-filled story, which is something I really appreciate. My arm's getting sore. Messed it up in a injury a couple weeks ago, and mostly it's fine, but holding it at angles gets a little tiring. Yeah, the production itself was really, really cool. The costumes were pretty simplistic. They had, Matthew described it as almost like a hybrid between a sailor's uniform and pajamas. It was a white, my brain wants to say flannel shirt, but I don't think that's the right word, but white, looked fairly soft, and yeah, the pants were kind of reminiscent of jeans, but not quite there. Yeah, it looked quite comfy, but they were fairly simple, and then they used robes to accent them and create different characters. The set was very, very simple. They had, if I remember right, 3 wooden boxes, that were hollow hollow, and they had one side that was open. One side that was open, and the other 5 sides were covered. They had a coffin, and then they had, every once in a while, they'd bring out an extra little thing, like a little wooden crate, or they had a cart that they wheeled some stuff out on at one point. Very simplistic set. Everything is painted. If it's painted, it's just painted to look like wood. Yeah, very simple, but they did tons with it. It never really hit me that it was so simple. It was just right. They had a good set. That was all there was to it. One of my instructors, Bill, described in class, he thinks that a voice is at its best when it sounds like nothing. It doesn't sound like, ooh, that's a good sound, or that's a little high, or that sounds really bold. It is what it is. It sounds like nothing. There's no word I can put it. It just sounds, yeah. It sounds like, yeah. It's a weird thing to describe, but it made sense how he put it. Anyway. Yeah, it was wonderful. I'd go see it again. It's a script I want to actually read one day. Shakespeare's amazing. I love him dearly. Yeah, that's honestly about it for my update. I figured I'd show you. This is the Dart Zone Max Outlaw, the revolver that I got. I got 2 of these things, featuring a lovely hammer action lever, the, what would this be called? I don't know, the 6-barrel magazine? Actually, it'd be a clip, technically. It rotates. You can rotate it manually, or it rotates with each pull of the hammer. Safety and fire, which is kind of nice. It's a nice gun. It's going to be fun to dual wield these and run down the hall in a Nerf battle. Yeah, I had an existential crisis. A couple days ago, I got KFC because I like to see when differences in regions. It's weird, but even chain food like that tastes a little different in different countries. And I was right. KFC's chicken nuggets, heavenly. I don't know if that's connected to the recent changes to the menu, but they were amazing. But I went to a KFC. It was 3 days ago, I think, something like that. Maybe 4. And then tonight, some people in the group were like, hey, I want chicken. I was like, oh, there's a KFC just like 2 blocks down. They were like, is there? I don't think there is. And I said, oh, no, I was there like 2-3 days ago. It's there. They said, well, we went there, but there was no KFC. I'm like, oh. Maybe you went to the wrong location. Here, I'll show you. So I lead them all confident and cocky, and we get there, and it's a pizza place. Where'd the KFC go? Where'd it go? 2 days! 2 days! It went from a chicken place to a pizza place. Now, after having a crisis on the street trying to figure out what happened, someone walks out and we talk to them, and apparently it's part of a promotion. They had, in 2 days, redecorated. They changed out some of the floor tiles and did a little repainting inside. It's for a new item they're adding to their menu, which is apparently pizza. So for the next 2 days, it's going to be given out for free. Monday, they're back to a regular chicken joint. It does exist. It just got rebranded for the weekend, and it broke my brain. Yeah, so that was weird. Oh, man. Like, imagine there's a place you go to so often. You were there 2 days ago. It's a Walmart just down the street. You know it's a Walmart. You've bought there. You've gotten good stuff there. It's a Walmart. You know someone who works there. One day you show up and it's an IKEA. Where'd the Walmart go? That's what happened. It broke my brain. I didn't know how to handle it. I thought I slipped through dimensions or something. Weirdest moment of my day. Anyway, yeah, honestly, that's about it. I mentioned earlier it was a pretty chill day. Tomorrow the plan is I'm going to spend the morning doing some laundry. There's a laundromat nearby. And then it's going to be some museum hopping. We have the day off, so with a little luck, I'm planning to hit the Museum of Modern Art, first of all. And then secondly, if I can get to it, Museum of Natural History. So, yeah. That'll be tomorrow. And I'm going to go to bed early tonight because I've not slept well. It's been getting progressively worse. Taking a nap halfway through the day helped so much, though. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I'm experimenting with different outros if you didn't notice. Thank you very much for watching. These videos are my journal and a slice of my thoughts. Thank you for taking this journey with me. And tread lightly, because you're treading on my thoughts. Good night.